Welcome back to Candy's Classic Game Shrine, everyone. And today, on Adventures in the Third Dimension, we're going to review Virtual League Baseball for the Virtual Boy. Virtual League Baseball for the Virtual Boy was developed and published by Kemco. It was released in the US on September 11th, 1995, and in Japan, August 11th, 1995. Virtual League Baseball is another entry into the sports genre of games for the Virtual Boy. In this game, you can choose from 18 national teams in 3 continental leagues, the Pan Am, Asian, and European. When you press start, you're able to choose from 3 different game modes: you versus the CPU, an all-star game, a pennant race, and also on this screen you can choose to turn the background music on or off. With you versus the CPU, it's where you just play one simple game versus the computer, more or less a practice mode. All-Star Game is where you can choose an all-star team from all of the continental leagues and play against the computer. Pennant Race is your third mode, where you select a team of your choice and beat each team in your league to become the world champion. The controls for the game come as 2 sets. The first is as a batter. The left D-pad moves your character around, R is used to bunt the ball, A and B will swing your bat. While you're pitching, A and B throws the ball, and the left D-pad allows you to move the pitcher. Start pauses the game, select brings up the IPD screen, so you can adjust your screen while it's paused. While playing this game, you see from 2 different perspectives: the perspective of the umpire while you're up to bat or pitching, and the view from the nosebleeds while your team plays the field. While the perspective of the umpire is okay, the view from the nosebleeds is absolutely asinine. Controlling all of the members of your team at once while playing from this view is nearly impossible. The view of the players is less detailed than the graphics in Adventure for the Atari 2600, which creates a huge problem when trying to differentiate between your players and the opponents. On top of the indistinguishable sprites on field, your players all move together on this odd isometric track. You get an animation for home runs, which is neat, but no matter which mode you play, you typically see the same things. There isn't much variety in music, and the lack of full color makes differentiating between team colors and flags a little odd. I'll give credit where credit's due, and I'll applaud how diverse the different players are within their stats. You can noticeably feel differences between each player, and if you play enough and you get a feel for everyone's settings, you could have yourself a pretty powerful team, if you can get beyond that awful field view. Another thing I thought was cool was the title screen where the ball goes past the baseball player. I thought the animation and just the graphic of the player was pretty cool. If you want this game for some strange reason, US game prices range from $23 for a loose copy to $30 for a complete in-box copy. Japanese games run between $15 for a loose copy and $20 for a complete in-box copy. With this game, you may run into a few issues with the language barrier, however. What do I think of this game? Listen, I love the Virtual Boy, and even as a person that isn't a fan of sports, I can find enjoyment in plenty of sports video games, even baseball ones. But this game is just not one of them. It's a giant pile of crap, if I'm honest, and I'd rather play Waterworld. Maybe if the outfield view and the controls were a little better, maybe I'd enjoy it a little bit more. I'd also like to add, you can emulate this game all you want, but without that 3D, you are going to be striking out quite a bit. So that was my review of Virtual League Baseball for the Virtual Boy. Let me know what you guys thought of the video and the game in the comments below, and until next time, I think I have some unfinished business to take care of.